Ted Lasso, Season 4 shocker, Phil Dunster out as series regular plus first look photo. When it comes to unexpected twists in the world of television, few announcements have hit fans as hard as the recent news about Ted Lasso. Just when you thought you knew what to expect from the beloved series, here comes a curveball that no one saw coming. But here's where it gets controversial. One of the show's most iconic characters is stepping away from the spotlight, leaving fans wondering how this will reshape the story moving forward. Apple TV Plus confirmed earlier this week that Phil Dunster, who brought the brash and self-centered Jamie Tartt to life, will no longer be a series regular in Season 4 of Ted Lasso. This revelation has sparked widespread discussion among viewers, many of whom are still processing the absence of such a pivotal character. According to Deadline, Dunster's departure stems from a scheduling conflict, as he has signed on to join an untitled HBO comedy starring Steve Carell. While this opens up exciting opportunities for Dunster, it means his role in Ted Lasso will likely be reduced to occasional appearances if they occur at all. The timing couldn't be more intriguing, or challenging, for AFC Richmond. With Ted returning to coach a second division women's football team, the stakes are higher than ever. And this is the part most people miss. Losing Jamie isn't just about missing out on witty banter or dramatic tension, it fundamentally alters the dynamic within the group. For 3 seasons, Jamie served as both a foil and eventual ally to Ted and the rest of the cast. His journey from arrogant star player to humbled teammate added depth to the narrative, making him one of the most compelling arcs in the series. Without him around full-time, how will the show balance humor, heartbreak, and growth? Of course, the core ensemble remains intact, with Jason Sudeikis reprising his Golden Globe-winning role as Ted Lasso alongside fan favorites like Hannah Waddingham, Rebecca Welton, Juno Temple, Keely Jones, Brett Goldstein, Roy Kent, Jeremy Swift, Leslie Higgins, and Brendan Hunt, Coach Beard. Their chemistry has always been the backbone of the series, so their continued presence offers some reassurance. However, the addition of several new faces, including Tanya Reynolds, Jude Mack, Faye Marsui, Rex Hayes, Aisling Sharkey, Abby Hearn, and Grant Feely, brings fresh energy to the mix. Notably, Grant Feely takes over the role of Henry, Ted's son, previously portrayed by Gus Turner. This recasting marks another significant shift, raising questions about whether Henry's storyline will evolve differently under a new actor. Speaking of changes, did you catch that? The upcoming season moves its production base from England to Kansas City, a bold decision considering how integral the English setting was to the first 3 seasons. By shifting gears entirely and focusing on a women's soccer team, the writers are taking a calculated risk. Will longtime fans embrace this new direction, or will it alienate those who fell in love with the original premise? These are the kinds of debates that make television fandom so passionate. For those unfamiliar with the premise, Ted Lasso began as a charmingly quirky tale about an American football coach thrust into the unfamiliar world of English football. Despite knowing nothing about the sport, Ted won over skeptics with his infectious optimism and homespun wisdom. Along the way, he transformed not only AFC Richmond but also the lives of those around him, including gruff veteran Roy Kent and even the initially antagonistic Jamie Tartt. Meanwhile, romantic subplots simmered beneath the surface, teasing potential relationships between key characters like Ted and Rebecca, as well as Roy, Jamie, and Keely. With Jamie now potentially sidelined, could we see unresolved tensions reignited between Roy and Keely? Or might Ted finally explore something deeper with Rebecca? Season 4 promises to tackle these lingering questions while introducing new challenges for its characters. As Bill Lawrence, one of the show's creators, explained in an interview last year, the future of Ted Lasso ultimately rests in Jason Sudeikis' hands. In March, Sudeikis put any doubts to rest by confirming that Season 4 is officially happening, and teased that it would focus on coaching a women's team. "We're writing Season 4 now," he revealed during an appearance on Travis and Jason Kelce's podcast, adding cryptically, "Ted's coaching, yeah, a women's team." While initial reports suggested Juno Temple might not return due to ongoing negotiations, she has since been confirmed as part of the cast. Still, the uncertainty surrounding her involvement underscores just how fluid things remain behind the scenes. A premiere date for Season 4 hasn't been announced yet, leaving eager fans in suspense. So, what do you think? Does Jamie's reduced role feel like a natural evolution for the series, or does it leave too big of a void? Should the show lean further into romance, or stick to its signature blend of humor and heartfelt moments? Share your thoughts below, we'd love to hear your take. First look at Ted Lasso, Season 4, cast reunites on set. Get ready for an emotional roller coaster. Ted Lasso is back, and the stakes have never been higher. Apple TV Plus has just gifted us a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse into the production of the much-anticipated Season 4, and trust us, this preview is as exciting as it is full of promise. In a recently shared Instagram clip posted on July 21, 2025, at 4:28 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the beloved team from the Emmy-winning series is seen gathering to film a new scene. The video opens with a crew member snapping the director's clapboard, signaling the start of the action as someone calls out, "Rolling," and the camera pans to a cozy American-style diner booth. Here, the star and co-creator Jason Sudeikis reunites with his talented co-stars, Hannah Waddingham, Juno Temple, and Jeremy Swift, in a light-hearted scene that is both warm and full of energy. A quick exchange of smiles, a spirited shout of action, and the delightful sounds of the actors enjoying their meal set the stage for a season that promises both humor and heartfelt moments. And here's where it gets intriguing, as the clip fades out with Juno Temple exclaiming, "This is so good," and the words, "Season 4 now in production," flashing alongside the iconic Ted Lasso logo. We're left to wonder, could these joyful beginnings be hinting at deeper, more dramatic twists ahead? Apple TV Plus punctuated the moment with the caption, "We're not in Richmond anymore." Ted Lasso Season 4 is now in production, leaving fans eager for every detail that might redefine the show's universe. But that's not all. In a bold new narrative development, the upcoming season will see the ever-resilient Ted stepping into a challenging new role. Instead of his familiar coaching stint in Richmond, Ted is set to lead a second-division women's soccer team, a storyline that not only promises to expand his character but also invites us to explore themes of bravery, reinvention, and the true meaning of leadership. Imagine Ted harnessing his trademark optimism to guide these formidable athletes, taking risks and making leaps of faith that could shatter conventional expectations about sports dynamics and gender roles. Joining Ted in this exciting venture are returning favorites Brett Goldstein and Brendan Hunt, whose continued presence adds a reassuring sense of continuity. Complementing these veterans is a fresh ensemble of newcomers, including Tanya Reynolds, Jude Mack, Faye Marcy, Rex Hayes, Aisling Sharkey, and Abby Hearn, each bringing new energy and perspectives to the table. Notably, child actor Grant Feely is set to replace Gus Turner as Ted's son, Henry, potentially introducing new challenges and layers to Ted's personal life. The filming for Season 4 is as geographically diverse as it is narratively rich. Principal photography is underway in Jason Sudeikis' hometown of Kansas City, Missouri, lending an authentic local flavor to the production, while additional scenes are scheduled to be shot in London. This blend of locations not only enriches the show's aesthetic but also emphasizes its global appeal. Fans might recall that during his guest appearance on the March 14 episode of Jason and Travis Kelce's New Heights podcast, Sudeikis himself confirmed the reunion by saying, "We're writing Season 4 now." This declaration, coming 2 years after the debut of Season 3, has sparked considerable excitement and debate among viewers. And if that wasn't enough, Variety reported in August 2024 that Warner Bros. Television had greenlit Season 4 by securing options on original cast members such as Hannah Waddingham, Brett Goldstein, and Jeremy Swift, while hinting that Sudeikis might also take on an executive producer role. Is this simply a nostalgic return to familiar territory or a groundbreaking new chapter that challenges our expectations of the series? What do you think about Ted's shift to coaching a women's team and the fresh faces joining the cast? Share your thoughts. Do you embrace these changes as a refreshing evolution, or do they raise questions about the show's future direction? Your opinions might just spark the next big conversation among Ted Lasso fans. Ted Lasso Season 4 first look revealed. The excitement is palpable as we prepare to dive back into the world of Ted Lasso. Apple TV Plus has unveiled a sneak peek image from the highly anticipated fourth season of this beloved series, which has officially kicked off production in Kansas City. Additionally, filming will also take place in London, as confirmed by the streaming service. In the newly released photo, we see Jason Sudeikis, who plays the titular character, enjoying a meal at a restaurant with his former colleagues, Leslie Higgins, portrayed by Jeremy Swift, Rebecca Welton, played by Hannah Waddingham, and Keely Jones, brought to life by Juno Temple. While the image does not feature Brett Goldstein's Roy Kent or Brendan Hunt's Coach Beard, both characters are confirmed to return for the upcoming episodes, with Goldstein and Hunt also taking on producer roles for this season. Interestingly, several supporting characters from the previous 3 seasons, such as Nick Mohammed's Nate and Phil Dunster's Jamie Tartt, have yet to be announced as part of the Season 4 cast, leaving fans curious about their fate. This glimpse into Season 4 comes over 2 years after the Emmy-winning soccer comedy aired what many believe to be its final episode in May 2023. The first 3 seasons followed the journey of college football coach Ted, who was recruited from Kansas to lead a British soccer team, AFC Richmond. By the conclusion of Season 3, Ted bid farewell to the team and returned to the US to be with his son, Henry, played by Gus Turner. Sudeikis and his fellow producers had previously indicated that the series was designed with a 3-season arc in mind. However, despite the seemingly conclusive nature of the Season 3 finale, which wrapped up numerous storylines for supporting characters, Apple never definitively stated that Ted Lasso was finished. After years of speculation from fans and media about the possibility of the show continuing, a 4th season was officially announced in March of this year. According to Apple's plot synopsis for Season 4, Ted returns to Richmond, taking on his biggest challenge yet, coaching a second-division women's football team. The synopsis emphasizes that throughout the season, Ted and the team will learn to take risks and embrace opportunities they never thought possible. Sudeikis hinted in a March statement that in a world where many are conditioned to look before we leap, the characters at AFC Richmond will learn to leap before they look, discovering that wherever they land, it's precisely where they are meant to be. In an interview with USA Today in April, Goldstein expressed his emotional farewell at the end of Season 3, stating, "I cried and we had such an emotional goodbye, but he also felt that it wasn't truly the end. I just felt like it's such a lovely world," he remarked, suggesting that there must be a way to continue the story. New faces joining the cast in Season 4 include Tanya Reynolds, Jude Mack, Faye Mossey, Rex Hayes, Aisling Sharkey, and Abby Hearn. Additionally, Grant Feely will step into the role of Ted's son, Henry. But here's where it gets controversial: with the return of Ted Lasso, will the show maintain its charm and humor, or will it struggle to recapture the magic of its earlier seasons? What do you think? Are you excited for the new direction, or do you believe the series should have ended on a high note? Share your thoughts in the comments.